Hello, my YouTube family, and thank you so much for tuning in to another video here with Lifestyle with Amsofab. So today I am doing just a light clean and decorate of my living room space. It is about 5 a.m. in the morning, and sometimes I actually like to do a little cleaning before everybody wakes up. My two oldest sons, well, my next to oldest and my baby boy, they are the only two that are up right now other than myself. So while they are getting ready for school, I'm just going to do some light cleaning. So I did want to show you guys first the things that I had changed in my living room. I had added more black, and if you can remember, I had a lot of cream and white pieces, but I've decided to add more black to give the space some contrast. And this oversized picture is what we're going to be styling around. I got this from Home Goods. Oh my god, I don't know, remember how long ago, but when I saw it, I absolutely loved it. I have since added this large arch mirror. I have added this beautiful agate side table, and most times I keep her pretty empty because she is beautiful alone. And then I also got a black square coffee table, which it allows me to decorate more, put more on the table. And then I got this black arch cabinet, the Enzo cabinet from Sam's. It was a Mother's Day gift last year. So really excited to start styling around these darker pieces in my living room space. I've loved the black pieces better than all of the cream since my walls are a light color, but really love the contrast my living room offers now. So the cabinet that's in the back of my living room, I got that for my birthday, and I'm just going to first give it a shine with some wood polishing spray, just some store brand, not anything special. I actually just purchased this, so if I don't really like how it does, I will use the name brand kind. But I actually since I've had all these darker pieces, just bought wood pieces or wood cleaner, wood polish, because prior to I had a lot of glass in here and really was just using Mrs. Meyer's or whatever type of light surface spray that I had. But I really feel like because I have wood pieces, I need to be using a wood polish, so that's why I'm just wiping everything down first with this wood polish. All right, so now going through using the glass cleaner, I'm going to clean the two lamps that are on top of the black cabinet. I know to some people cleaning in the morning may sound like a bit much because you're just getting up, but I honestly find that cleaning in the morning sometimes is a little easier for me than cleaning in the evenings because my evenings are so busy. Everybody is around the house and kind of getting into things, and then I don't know, in the mornings I feel like I have a slower pace and can kind of take my time cleaning and don't necessarily have as much traffic in the way. But do you have a preference on cleaning in the morning, or are you an evening cleaner? I don't clean every morning, but this morning I was kind of having a slow morning. Since the kids have been back in school, I've kind of been able to take my time in the mornings. I do a little bit of reading, a little bit of journaling. It actually helps me get through the day, just taking that time kind of sitting and being quiet to myself. So sometimes when I do have time to kind of add in and clean, it kind of relaxes me for the day as well. So in this area, I'm actually going to keep it pretty simple in the back of the living room space because the picture is so large. That artwork is huge. So I'm only going to put a few things on the cabinet this time. And of course, my decorating staple is always going to be books. So I have 3 books here that I am going to just layer in the back first to kind of create my space. All of these books are available on Amazon. I'm going to try and do my best to link those below. And then this candle that I purchased from Walmart. I was actually surprised when I saw this. This candle was only $25. This is the Ocean Breeze by Better Homes and Garden. It's a 5-wick candle. It was $25. It actually does have a nice light scent. I do feel like when I combine it with like my room spray, it really gives it the impact I want, but it does have a nice light scent to it. And then here is just a white bowl that I purchased from Home Goods. It's got those knob details around the outside, and some faux reindeer moss that I purchased from Home Goods as well. So here's an overview of how I have the cabinet in the back styled. Just keeping it really simple again because the artwork is so large, but I really like the simplistic of it. The color choices make a really nice impact. So it still gives a nice elevated look. However, the piece of artwork is the star of the show. So moving on to the couch, I'm going to be just layering this blanket that I got from Home Goods onto the armrest of my couch first. It's like a slate blue color. I don't care what time of the season it is. I am always looking for a throw to match whatever I have going on. We are in the living room a lot, and so therefore it's always a good time to kind of cozy up with a blanket and watch TV. So I always have a throw on the couch. Now, the first pillow that I'm going to be layering on is a Ashley P design. She is a small business owner, and I have ordered pillows from her before, pillow covers from her before. I do prefer pillow covers over the actual pillows that have the insert in it already. Pillow covers just make it really easy to switch up, and they're easier to store. So this spring green, what I like to call it, pillow is one that came from her shop. The other 2 came from Amazon. One is just a brown linen pillow cover, and then the other one is a soft blue clay pillow, and it's got some light green and some of that same kind of slate blue threaded into that cream. So it gives it a nice contrast, and it also helps pull everything together that is on the couch. But those 2 came from Amazon, and all of them have a duck-filled feather insert on the inside. So if you cannot tell by now, I love color. I know that now the trend for decor is, softer colors, always browns, always blacks, creams, whites, taupes, and I do love those decor styles as well, but I'm definitely a color girl. I love decorating with colors, so you will always see a pop of it somewhere in my design. So if you are a girl that loves color, or if you just love design that's intricate and is a little lively and lived in, you will definitely love this channel, because I'm always switching it up and I'm not afraid of color. But I do feel like there is a way to incorporate color and it still be classy, and have a very contemporary edge to it. And so this design is just a testament to being able to do that and achieve that look. So now we are moving right along to the coffee table. Going in again with that lemon wood cleaner, and I'm just gonna wipe the table down first because we always want to start off with a nice and clean surface, and then we're going to be layering from there. Prior to this table, if you remember, I had a glass table. I will say I don't have to clean this table as often as I had to clean the glass table, but everything does show up on black. So just because I have a darker table, that does not mean that it does not look as dirty as a glass table looks. So I haven't had to clean it as much, but yeah, it's definitely it definitely still shows the dirt and the dust that people in my house leave on it from time to time. But again, I definitely enjoy having the black pieces better. And then the square table also gives me actually more room to decorate on, so that's a really nice element as well. Since we have some new friends here, I just wanted to take a moment to introduce myself to the new followers to the channel. First of all, thank you so much for being here and giving me an opportunity to come into your home each and every week. My name is Amber, and I am a Southern mama from the great state of Mississippi. And I am a wife. I'm a mom of 4. I have 3 sons and a little girl. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister, a friend, entrepreneur. I'm also a makeup artist, and I've been a makeup artist on the side for about 15 years now. I also have a full-time job in health administration. I have always enjoyed being creative, and I love to decorate. I attribute that back to when I was a little girl and my mom would host home interior parties sometimes, and I would be picking around the corners during those parties because I just loved, what the ladies were doing. I wanted to see what was going on, so I think it kind of started from there. But I truly love home decor, but I feel like it's bigger than home decor. I feel like beautiful spaces and spaces that you love, they help create our memories. And so when I think of home decor, it always takes me back to a memory that is connected with. But it is a part of my life that as I have gotten older and my home has become, a safe space for me and my children and my family and for others, I feel like it's the best part of my life right now. It's what relaxes me. It's my little thing. So yes, I love home decor. I love to create spaces. I don't have problems with my kids and my husband breaking things because they know my little objects are my little babies. So they are extra careful. And I'm getting the 2-year-old to understand that as well. She's actually not that bad as far as touching mommy's things. And then, we just provide a little redirection if she gets too curious about something. But I absolutely love home decor. I love the holidays. I'm a Cancer girl at heart through and through. So I am so glad you are here. I hope that you are enjoying everything that you have been seeing thus far. If you have not, please consider subscribing to the channel. Help me grow my channel. I started doing YouTube off and on, I want to say maybe back in 2020 to 2019, somewhere in that. I'm gonna have to go back and actually look and see, but it hasn't been that long. But I'm just coming back again because after a break for most of the year last year, I remember that I missed it, and I miss being able to share it with people who love doing this kind of thing as much as I do. But I also like to vlog from time to time and just show mom life in general. I have a very lived in home, so everything is not perfect all the time. Everything is definitely not clean all the time, but there's always love in this home. And I do feel like the best way to show gratitude for what you have is by taking care of it. So I wanted a house for a really long time, and when I first started, I was filming in my apartment. So if it's God's plan, we will have another house maybe in the next few years. But I am definitely grateful and thankful to be in the spot that I am in now. So never look at somebody else's home and wish that you had what they had, because all of it is obtainable. So now moving to the Enzo cabinet, I'm just gonna first again give this a nice little wipe down, and I'm gonna show you really how I like to style this cabinet. It changes from season to season, but the recipe is pretty much still the same on how I style it. So I really like to try and use elevated pieces, little small knickknacks here and there, but I do enjoy styling this cabinet. A couple of weeks ago, I bought something for the cabinet, and my son, my 9-year-old Justin, he was like, nobody even looks in the cabinet, and I had to remind him, but I know it's there. So I definitely enjoy spending time picking up little items to go in the cabinet, and I get these items from everywhere. This picture comes from Target, and Target always has a really nice selection of that framed canvas like artwork that looks really high end, really elevated. These tulips came from Home Goods. I actually bought them during the springtime, but I figured they would be a nice pop of color in the cabinet, since everything else is not necessarily on the moodier side, but I always love to throw a wild card in there every now and then. These gold, I think these are dried pomegranates. Even though they're hard resin material. I got those from Michael's some time ago, and then the small marble bowl did come from Home Goods, which we all know marble is the rage, and I don't think that that's going to be changing anytime soon. This white vase, I love putting this white vase in the cabinet. I actually feel like this white vase was made for a cabinet like this, because I can't really see myself putting flowers in it. So to me, it's more of like a sculpture more than it is a vase, because I can't see myself putting flowers in it, but I guess you could. But I did get that from Home Goods as well. They're a great place to get different shaped vessels, let me say that. This book stack is just with a variety of books, and then I do have a agate stone on top. That stone did come from Home Goods. You know, typically when they have that in the accessories section or at the front of the store while you're in line, typically you can find those there. And then the next piece is this large wooden mango bowl with the faux moss on top. I purchased that from Amazon. I want to say I spent about $60 on it. I have had that for some time, but I knew that that would be a great statement piece. Faux greenery to me will always be a go-to statement piece or a go-to accent piece, because faux greenery looks great with everything anywhere. And then on that last row, I'm just going to be adding books on both sides of that row. When styling a case, I like it to have balance, so I kind of try to balance everything out. If you look at the top row, it's 3 items, the second row is 2 items, the third row is 1 item, and then I've just got books on both sides to balance out that bottom row. But everything then when I style something, I'm always looking at stuff like that. But yeah, I absolutely love how I have this cabinet styled. So I know we are all amped up for fall. I am definitely amped up for fall, but I feel like I'm slowly getting into being in that space. It hasn't quite cooled off here just yet in Mississippi, but I'm also kind of thinking about what I want to actually put out this year for fall. I do know that my style has changed from how I have decorated for fall previously in the past. I'm definitely still gonna have the pumpkins. I'm still, doing my fall colors. It's just, I don't know. I want to do a very elevated style than what I've done before in the past. So it's definitely going to be something really, really different, but definitely still keeping it in the color family. I love the rust, the orange, the copper. So definitely going to be pulling in those same colors. But I am really excited about how everything turns out this year. Now, I will say I did get quite a few questions about the magic eraser. And so I just wanted to pull it out again and show y'all how I use it. So the back door, I have two French doors in my living room, and it's always somebody in and out this door. So I just wanted to show you really quick how I just wet that magic eraser and get to wiping and going down, just wiping it down, and how easy it is, and how much I actually prefer using a magic eraser when it comes to cleaning the walls and the doors, instead of like using just a rag or something like that. I really, really like using the magic eraser. So at first I was not on the bandwagon, but I will say maybe in the last 8 months I have to keep me one. I've got them in the bathrooms and I've got them under the kitchen sink. But when I start cleaning, I definitely have to have a magic eraser if I see something on the wall or on the doors that I need to get wiped down. And speaking of fall, do not let me forget to mention I am a fall a weenie. I heard that word the other day and I was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely me. So I do fall decor, and then I also do Halloween decor. I love Halloween. I am a holiday girl through and through. Okay, so even though I'm not Irish, I go to the Patty's Day parade, the St. Patty's Day parade. Like, I am a holiday girl through and through. So of course I do like to decorate for Halloween, even though Halloween goes up at my house outside mid-September, and then the last 2 weeks right before Halloween, that's when I put a few things up in my house. I kind of sprinkle it around just because we do like Halloween movie night. My kids go trick-or-treating. It's a really good time. So the 2 weeks of Halloween, the week before and then the week of, I do put things on the inside of the house just because we like to do stuff at home as well as go trick-or-treating as well. And then the fall stuff stays up pretty much September all the way through. The week right before Thanksgiving is when I start to transition stuff around. I'm not getting anything new to put in the house this year for Christmas, but I am buying for Christmases to come. I don't know if I mentioned it in a previous video, but I actually like to plan out my decor so that way when I roll everything out, it's like a big, just the theme is just pulled off and executed perfectly. So I am taking a trip to a Christmas store this year, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. I am so excited about going to that store, so that's going to be a good time. But I am definitely a holiday girl, so and I think too that's like one of the best parts about being a kid is the holidays, because you got something to look forward to. So yes, I am a fall weenie, so you will get both fall and Halloween on this channel. Now look at this dirty little wall over here, and with as low to the floor as it is, I can already tell you who's responsible. A sweet little 2-year-old girl who likes to put her hands all over everything. But as you see, the magic eraser, mommy's best bud, is helping get all of the little snacks and surprises little May left on the wall. Is gonna help me get that right up. So gotta love a magic eraser. And no space is ever really clean or complete unless you have a candle that is burning. So now I'm just going to trim those wicks down before I relight that candle, and then I'm going to give the room a great or nice little spray with a Bath and Body Works concentrated room spray. And I believe the scent was Seaside and Ocean Breeze. So now you can kind of see the sun trying to poke out a little bit behind the trees. But here is just a overview of how the living room looked this morning after I did some light cleaning and a little bit of styling. So now, one of the things that I like to do in the mornings, even when I'm not cleaning, is just take a few moments and sit down on the couch, grab me a cup of something to drink, whether it's tea, coffee, or water. This morning it's just gonna be some water in the Bucky's cup my 9-year-old bought me from a trip this summer, and I'm just going to read my daily devotion and then jot down a couple of notes before I get my day started, just about really how I want my day to go. I think it is so important to take a couple of moments for yourself before you start your day to kind of fill your cup and make sure that mentally you're in a good spot. Lately, I've been doing this, and I can really attest to how much better my days have gone, and just how much lighter I feel before I even start the day. So it's really been a help, and I would suggest anybody taking that time, whether you want to take it and talk to God, meditate, write a letter to yourself, give yourself some encouragement. You definitely need it to get through the days with the type of days that we're having now. So you guys, this is the end of our video. I want to thank you so much for coming back again this week, and just tuning in to another video here with Lifestyle with Amsofab. If you have not, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving me a big thumbs up if you like the content, and then leave me a comment. What was your favorite part of this video? Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.